You know, believe it or not, I'm a fan of pro wrestling. I really do like to enjoy wrestling. You can see from all the shit here. I actually am a fan of wrestling in general. But WWE, they make it hard for me to be a fan. They really do. The original plan was to not do the reviews anymore and just do the interactive rant videos. But this Raw was so terrible, it deserves a rant of its own. This Raw, I think, may have been the worst Raw of the year. The absolute worst of the year. And it's not going to get any better from here. So, backstory. The show came on at 8 o'clock and I was currently not watching it. I was outside playing Pokemon Go. And I'm allowed to do that because I'm not a professional wrestler who needs to be in matches. And I'm not trying to be a TV star earning money. I have a life. I want exercise. Pokemon Go is a fun game, so I play it. Now, I was texted by my dead friend, King of the Iron Fist, that the women were starting the show. So I extended my walk by another 20 minutes. When I came back, the sight I saw was Jericho and Charlotte Flair taking on Enzo Amore and Sasha Banks. I have one question for you. What is the story? Is it so difficult? Is it really so difficult? Hey, how about this? How about you do Sasha Banks will face Dana Brooke this week? Because Dana Brooke is trying to show Charlotte Flair that there's still some man left in her. Or some bullshit like that. Why the fuck do you have to involve Enzo Amore and Chris Jericho? What the fuck do they have to do with the woman? Why are they out here? Why are they protecting each of these women? Why is Enzo Amore the one wrestling? That's a better question. Why is Colin Cassidy not wrestling? Wrestling. Furthermore, Kevin Owens was on commentary. Why is Kevin Owens on commentary? You know why? Kevin Owens had to give us his own reason why, because Creator didn't have a reason for him. He just said, well, I believe that I am better than each one of you, so I'm out here talking to you all on commentary. Kevin Owens, this man you're supposed to take as some badass heel, according to WWE, and he's out there sitting on commentary. Really? So these four had a terrible match. It was absolutely terrible. Don't try to book defend it and say, oh, they worked hard. There's no story. There's no reason to care. Nobody has character except Charlotte Flair, who has a terrible character. Sasha Banks is the boss, but she doesn't show how she's the boss. Fucking Charlotte Flair and Chris Jericho won, which makes no sense because Sasha Banks just won the championship last week. So there's more 50-50 booking nonsense going on here. Sasha should have proved that she's the dominant champion and she should have pinned fucking... What the fuck is her name? Charlotte Flair. Or B, they should have just had Enzo Amore get the pin on Chris Jericho because it doesn't fucking matter. But no, let's make your champion look like a weak, pathetic piece of shit right after winning the championship. Good job, guys. Good fucking job. So then, referring back to my Pokemon Go rant from earlier, R-Truth and Goldust are backstage, and Goldust claims that R-Truth has an obsession with Pokemon Go. Goldust says, let's go out into the ring. I'm sure there's a lot of Pokemon down there. And R-Truth says, you're right, dog. There are a lot down there. So then we transition from commercial break into Golden Truth versus the Shining Stars. Now, from what the backstage segment just informed me, Goldust and R-Truth were going to go hunt Pokemon in the middle of the ring. Now they transition and they're in a match against the Shining Stars. And the sad part is, this is the only feud on this fucking show that has a fucking story to it. The only fucking feud. The story is, the Shining Stars lost their first match ever because R-Truth played Pokemon Go. And they want revenge. That's the fucking storyline. I hope you were expecting fucking better from the tag team division, because you're not fucking getting it. This is what you have. You have John, the Shining Stars, very upset because R-Truth distracted them while playing Pokemon Go. That's your interesting storyline. Can we please get some good fucking storylines on the show? Is it so difficult? Is it so hard? Hey, how about this? Here's a genius idea. Why not last week you would have done Shining Stars vs. Golden Truth and have Goldust pull up the upset victory, and the Shining Stars are upset about it because they didn't expect to lose, but they lost because of some bullshit roll-up. So now this week they want a rematch to prove they're the superior team. Look at that. I just made a good story. It's so hard to fucking believe. Okay, I'm pretty sure the Shining Stars won because R-Truth was distracted by Pokemon Go. So, if this leads to an R-Truth Goldust breakup, I don't know what to think anymore. I really don't know what to fucking think anymore. Then I think Finn Balor came out to talk with Michael Cole. Now, originally I thought this was going to be a sit-down interview with Michael Cole because all these guys who can't talk, they give these sit-down interviews to with Michael Cole so they can just edit it and make it look good. But no, Finn walks his jolly way out to the ring. He's got his jacket on. He's going, because that's character. And he fucking grabs the microphone. And Michael Cole's like, how do you think it feels to be here in WWE? And Finn was like, with his gay-ass accent, he was all like, my name is Finn Balor. I'm here to take $double my phone. It sounds like a fucking retard. Fuck him. Fuck Finn Balor. So then Seth Rollins comes out. And Seth Rollins says, fucking, oh no. He's like, you never fish me before. You're never gonna fish me. My name's Seth Rollins. In the future is company. And so then Finn Balor just lays him out. Finn Balor just attacks him and he does the gay shit. He does this gay shit where he goes, and then he goes, and like he thinks that's cool. That's not cool. That's so fucking gay. Fuck. So, what is wrestling become? So, once again, Seth Rollins looks like a bitch. Seth Rollins looks like a pussy-ass bitch because he got attacked by Finn Balor, and then he runs away. You remember back in the old days when someone used to attack someone else? There'd usually be a fight. The heel didn't just run away like a fucking coward. Fucking The Rock. The Rock came out with fucking chairs and just swung them at people. Seth Rollins, all he does is go, gotta get away, gotta get away. What a fucking... Braun Strowman and Nia Jax. Let me just say this now. I have faith in Braun Strowman. I really do. He's a big guy. He doesn't have floppy tits. He's not fat. He actually looks like he's in good shape. He's big. He looks dominant. These squash matches are fine for now. But if he is not given character in the next 2 to 3 weeks, it's pointless. You can't just keep doing this and expect people to care. If you keep doing this, people are going to be like, who the fuck cares anymore? You need to give him something to work with. Make him the crazy, maniacal, big bastard for all I care. Give him some kind of fucking character. And then Nia Jax. Just lose hope in Nia Jax, seriously. Nia Jax is the opposite of Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is big and in shape. Nia Jax is fat and useless. Absolutely useless. She walks around the ring with her fucking attire looking like fucking Ursula, and she's gonna like steal fucking Ariel's voice or some bullshit, and she just squashes these jobbers one by one. Can we please stop? Nia Jax is not good. She'll never be good. She's only hired because she's The Rock's cousin, but she's the cousin that has no talent whatsoever. So please stop. Please. Let's talk about, this happened. The Club and the New Day. The Club and the fucking New Day. Now, let me clear it out of the way right now. I hate the Club. I absolutely hate these fuckers. I'm supposed to hate them anyway because they're heels, but Carl Anderson is just a dude, no character, no reason to give a shit, and Luke Gallows used to be in the Straight Edge Society. Now he's good. So whatever. Now, I don't like these guys, but even I can admit, the way they are booking them is such complete bullshit. It's unreal how much bullshit it is. The New Day comes out, and the storyline was that the New Day had to have one member banned from ringside because it's an unfair advantage for the New Day. So Xavier Woods picked the banana. So he was the one on the match. Xavier Woods picked the banana. Big E and Kofi Kingston got the oranges. And then they almost put it together to be a penis. They thought this was edgy television. It's not edgy television. It's dumb as fuck. Please stop. No kid watches this to go, the New Day almost made a penis joke on TV. Nobody watches wrestling for that. Please fucking stop. So, the Club come out. And they're going to have a match. It's going to be the Club versus Kofi Kingston and Big E. The Club lose in 90 seconds. And then they beat up all three members of the New Day. So let me clarify for you. So the storyline was that one member of the New Day had to be banned from ringside because it would be an unfair advantage. So the match happens, Big E, Kofi Kingston versus the Club, and the Club loses in less than 90 seconds. Then the Club proceeds to beat up all three members of the New Day. So what the fuck was the point? What the fuck did this accomplish? You had one member banned from ringside for a reason. It was to give the advantage to the Club, make the Club win the match, head on to fucking SummerSlam for the title match. It was that simple booking. It was easily that fucking simple. You know what they did instead? Not only did they have the Club lose, they had them lose in 90 seconds or less, and then they had all the members of the New Day get demolished by the Club. Which leads you to believe, why was one member banned if the Club can take out all three by themselves? This is the worst booking. I hate this tag team division. Absolutely hate it. I used to be a fan of the New Day, believe it or not. I used to love the New Day. And then they turned them face. And it went downhill from there. Because it doesn't work as faces. It just doesn't. It's better when these guys come out as heels and they're like, do you want your bootios, kid? And that's funny. Because you're supposed to hate them. But now you're supposed to like them. So when they say bootios, you're supposed to be like, bootios, bootios. No. No. No, 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 no. Keep them as heels. Oh, fuck. I hate this show. So, I don't even know. I think Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal happen next. Jinder Mahal. Can we please for a minute talk about Jinder Mahal? Jinder Mahal. Jinder fucking Mahal was brought back to the company. Why was Jinder Mahal brought back to the company? Can you answer me that? His biggest feud was with Sin Cara. That's who we need on the roster? A guy who had a biggest feud with Sin Cara? So, he comes out with Heath Slater, and let me tell you, I actually enjoy Heath Slater. I enjoy the gimmick they're going with him, because it's an actual gimmick, it's an actual story, it's so much bullshit, because Heath Slater's employed to the company, but it's whatever. Heath comes out and he says that 2MB is going to take over the world. And so Mick Foley comes out and he says, we got one spot open on the roster. You always have a spot open on the roster. Don't act like you don't have spots open on the fucking roster. You're going to have debuting stars for weeks. So, he was like, both of you can wrestle each other and the winner gets a spot on the roster. So Heath Slater is like, 2MB never turns back against each other. And then Jinder Mahal kicks him in the back of the head and pins him. This was good. As in, Heath Slater has a character now. He has a gimmick. He has a reason to be fighting. This was bad, as in they employ Jinder Mahal again. He's on the Raw roster. Why? Who the fuck wants to see this showed? Don't give a shit anymore. Rusev and Mark Henry. I remember this happened. Now, I understand Mark Henry was going to compete in the Summer Olympics. But can we please look at the long-term possibilities right now? Mark Henry has the potential to be a breakout star on Raw. When he came out, I got excited. I was like, holy shit, it's Mark Henry. You know why I had that feeling? Because everyone else on this roster today completely fucking sucks. That when a legend like Mark Henry comes out, I actually cheer. So, he says that he wants another shot again. And you know what Stephanie replies? Stephanie says, we really only want you to be a mentor to the people. Really? The world's strongest fucking man. You want him to be a mentor? Who the fuck do you want him to mentor? Finn fucking Balor? So, what the fuck ever. So, they gave him a US title match because they say he deserves another shot or whatever. And then Rusev destroys Mark Henry and taps him out. Imagine if Mark Henry would have won the US title. You could have built him back up. What are you going to do with Rusev anymore? Rusev lost to John Cena. His career has been down in the pits ever since. He won the US title, but he hasn't been doing anything with it. It's like, what can you do to possibly make this guy a big star again? And they confirmed my theory when Roman Reigns came out. And you know what? This part I actually enjoyed. Roman Reigns came out, beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. In a world that would be perfect, that would happen. Roman Reigns beat the shit out of Rusev. And this starts a new feud. Reigns versus Rusev for the US title. Great! You didn't make Roman come out and look like a complete goofball. He can grab the microphone and say, I do it for my family. My family means everything to me. Please support my family. You had to come out, be a badass, beat the shit out of Rusev, and then Rusev retreated because he was getting his ass kicked. Fine. Fine. That's fine booking. You know what? This match right here has more potential than Balor versus Rollins does. That's saying a lot. So, I hope Reigns wins the title at SummerSlam. I hope they continue to do good things with Reigns like this, because this was impressive. I like this. I like this side of Reigns. This is what I want to see from him. I would still prefer if he was a heel, but you know, if you want to keep him a face, just make him fucking do that. Because that was fine. It was fine, simple fucking booking. Reigns says that, if you're wondering, what's the story behind Reigns coming out to interrupt Rusev? Rusev claimed that he was the best and nobody could stand to him, so Roman Reigns came out. There, done. Story explained. Simple fucking ass story. Really simple ass fucking story. So, main event. Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. Now, you know how much I hate Sami Zayn. I really do not like Sami Zayn whatsoever. However, it cannot be disputed with me that Sami Zayn deserved to main event this Raw. He didn't deserve to main event this Raw. There was no reason for him to main event this Raw. There's no story. Why did Seth Rollins fight Sami Zayn? Why did it happen? You remember back in the old days when Raw main events used to have storylines? When it used to be, Triple H will fight Randy Orton tonight after the bad blood between DX and Rated RKO. Now it's just Seth Rollins will face Sami Zayn because Mick Foley booked it for the fans. It should be a great matchup. That's the other thing I hate too. When Michael Cole has to tell you that it's going to be a great matchup, that's when you know it's not going to be a great matchup. That's just Michael Cole taking the dick and shoving it straight up your ass, telling you it's going to be a good matchup, right? Right? Say it's going to be a good matchup. You shouldn't have to be forced to think it's going to be a good matchup. You should be able to look at the two men and say, wow, that's going to be a good match. I shouldn't have to have Michael Cole explain to me, yeah, well, these two are going to put on a great match. If you go put out a great match, you will show by putting on a great match. I shouldn't have to be told the great match is happening. Especially when they do it every single main event. Like when Sami does the haluva kick, and then Michael Cole's like, oh, this is such a great match. Are you watching this great match? Look at this great match here. A great match. I shouldn't have to be told that. I should be able to judge for myself that it's a great match. Just because Michael Cole tells me it's a great match doesn't mean it's a great fucking match. It's a horrible match because there's no story. There's no reason for Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins to be fighting. Sami Zayn lost after he just beat Kevin Owens at Battleground. So where does his momentum go from here? Nowhere. Sami Zayn probably has no plans for SummerSlam. Kevin Owens is going to be teaming up with Chris Jericho because they decided that since they put Kevin Owens on commentary, let's just team him up with Jericho anyway. And they're going to face Soft because that's a good and interesting matchup with a storyline. So, and then Lesnar came out with Paul Heyman and they talked about Randy Orton. And this is the one good moment on the show. Because I really did not expect Randy Orton to come out because of the brand split. But then Randy Orton snuck up out of nowhere. RKO'd over Brock Lesnar. Fine. Good shocker moment. You know why this sucks? This sucks because, once again, there's no story or reason to why these two men are fighting. They're fighting because WWE booked Randy Orton against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in the main event. Can I please get a reason for why Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar are fighting? Couldn't Randy Orton just come out and say, I challenge Brock Lesnar to a match at SummerSlam? Would that have been so hard? So, in summary, Raw is a terrible show because there's no storyline, there's no booking, there's no creative, there's no characters, there's no reason to give a shit. SummerSlam is less than 3 weeks away, and this is what we have.